Hello, chess friends. We are here for the Bughouse World Championship, and we are watching MidnightFox and pknm, both from Sweden, versus Jackie Sparrow and Coach123456 from the USA. So MidnightFox is one of our tournament organizers, and he's actually stepped up to be the main organizer, just because most people were reluctant to take charge. Okay, so this pawn move is interesting. If queen takes, now our rook will mate. And even without the rook, like pawn check, knight takes bishop. You could even imagine after that, knight takes pawn, bishop takes. Okay, this is a fun line as well. The idea is revealing. Okay, we can take that, and now we have discovered checks. Queen can come in. Oh, I think we should have gotten that queen involved. I think that was a missed opportunity to get the queen active. But it works out for Jackie Sparrow. So MidnightFox is a FIDE master. MidnightFox has some experience with Bughouse World Championships. What's most considered to be the over-the-board Bughouse World Championship is played in Berlin and has been for the past, at this point, maybe 20 years, at least 15 years. I think 20 years by this point. Maybe somewhere between there, but maybe like 18 years, something like that. And MidnightFox has won the Bughouse World Championship 6 times, along with Niels SKBB, Niels Grandelius, a grandmaster from Sweden. And they won it started when Niels was, I don't know, something like 14, 15 years old. Okay, pknm. This knight move is very strong, attacking the queen, also threatening a fork, which he's done. So he's picked up a piece. Maybe get this bishop out and grab the rook file, or just start pawn checking, get this queen. Oh, I'm sorry, the king is not in a place where it can be checked right now. But pawn it, h2 could be interesting. A lot of possibilities for pknm. I think he wants to starve Jackie Sparrow of pieces though, because pawn at g3 seems a little scary, or bishop at e3. So, while there's no diagonals in hand for Jackie Sparrow, I think he's gonna let his partner clean up this mess a little bit, which makes sense. His partner threatening to take the bishop. Okay, he's just gonna bring the queen in to guard these squares. I would not worry about losing that queen, and he's just giving it. So this queen could trade right back. pknm on the attack. Getting this bishop out would make a lot of sense, because then the rook would guard the back rank more. So if anyone wants to co-commentate, let me know. Guarding the diagonals. Oh, we could just taken the rook for free. This is a flag battle though. pknm not the fastest. I think flag battles are going to favor Jackie Sparrow and Coach. Just because pknm is not one of the faster Bughouse players. So our score right now is 2-0, favoring Jackie Sparrow and Coach 123456. I think MidnightFox and pknm are the clear favorites coming into this tournament. So the fact that they're down 2-0 is quite interesting. And I think it's mainly a matter of time. So rook mates for MidnightFox. Oh, he doesn't even need the rook. He gets his existing queen. There's that FM skill, seeing a chess move. So they're on the board now. Our score is 2-1, favoring the coach team. And I don't know to what extent MidnightFox and pknm have been practicing. I think Coach and Jackie have been practicing extensively. I saw them in a voice call together, I think even like 2 hours ago. So I think they've been practicing. Knight is very good for Coach. This e6 square was weak. Now that the knight is moved, the bishop guards it somewhat. pknm's opening seems reminiscent of a true player opening. Okay, I think pawn check, yeah. In that he's given his king a lot of room to run around and kind of bait in his opponent to attack him. I think MidnightFox ought to wait, both for feed himself and to let his partner get safe. If his partner can get in like queen at b4, for example, then either the knight will have to come back or he can snag the knight. He may want to play knight takes pawn, bishop takes, grab some pawns for his partner, and clean up the mess a little bit near his king. I mean, there are some safe moves for MidnightFox. MidnightFox could just grab this rook. There's actually no pieces that can be taken, and it leaves a huge threat. And they've just resigned it. We are now 2-all tied up. Coach's pawn structure a little bit compromised. G7 as a whole. That could be attacked at some point. MidnightFox is on the attack, attacking Jackie Sparrow as well. Oh, I would have just put something at e6 to stay perfectly safe. Why give him counterplay? But MidnightFox doesn't care. He's going right in. This bishop might actually be a liability because he would like to like knight check and come back. Maybe just throw bishop at h3. I think bishop at h3 was a little bit better because it would have left f3 free for a knight. But maybe he was worried about this type of thing. This does look pretty crushing for MidnightFox. On the other hand, pknm is on the run. pknm down a queen. pknm is uptime though. Doesn't have to move. We're up about 9 seconds. So we have a threat of a rook mate in the corner. Have threats of maybe knight takes bishop, and then knight shenanigans happening. Okay, pknm snagged this queen. That's an immediate mate threat. Can you just take the knight? Okay. Well, this mates, so pknm can just stall. Because the bishop supported that, so after knight takes queen on promotion, it was mate. So our score right now is 3-2, favored Midnight Fox pknm. Jackie Sparrow has snagged some pawns. Coach is on the attack. pknm does have a lot of defenders near his king. This king is running. A rook mates pknm right now, and rook is forced. But Midnight Fox is up about 1 second. So that rook not necessarily going to come. Knight takes pawn might gain some time. I don't think it gains enough time. So if it doesn't gain enough time, it would just sack a piece. Maybe not worth it. You could play queen h5 to make a threat. Another way to gain some time. Again, if knight takes, rook still mates. So we could see queen h5, we could see knight takes pawn. Or he could just abandon his attack and bishop takes bishop. I think this does not work, but he could just abandon his attack and make a developing move. I mean, knight takes pawn, bishop in. Okay, he's just making a developing move. And he's grabbed a pawn and a piece for his troubles. Midnight Fox is on the attack now. pknm has cleaned up the mess. King is now safe. pknm is now the one attacking. Pawns are great for coach. Now a knight would be good for coach. Now a rook would be good for coach, but coach is down time, so it's not going to happen. And that's mate for Midnight Fox on the left board there. Our score is now 4-2, favoring Midnight Fox and pknm. The open section at the 2-minute time control, it is first to 15. And by the way, we have a match immediately after this. Match might even start before this is done. Match starts in 20 minutes. And then there's a match right after that. So you're going to have continuous coverage probably for the next hour and a half at least. Midnight Fox defended c7. And those weak dark squares. Midnight Fox snags a pawn. He sacks his queen immediately. Pieces will be good for him. He takes the pawn instead of the knight just because he doesn't want the queen to help defend. So now a knight could be good. Queen mates. Okay, he's just going to secure his pawn. At some point he has to worry about the queen coming in. Okay, he's going after the rook. Okay, bishop is quite good for Midnight Fox. If he gets a knight, he could put a new knight on e3. Knight takes, knight takes. Oh, he's going for defense. Now a knight would be really good for Jackie Sparrow. This bishop move is good as well. So we could just take this pawn. That's what we have here. Time is fairly close. Queen mates for Midnight Fox. Very unlikely. He's going to continue moving. Rook would be good for A1 or F1. He's going to defend a bit. Ooh, nice mate from Jackie Sparrow. Deflecting the knight and then smothered mate. So our score is now 4-3, favoring Midnight Fox and pknm. And by the way, pknm, he's had that username on the free internet chess server long before chess.com. The NM does not mean National Master. I think it's a Pokemon reference, but I'm not sure. Like, there's some people who called him Pokemon back in the day. So I'm not certain of that. So pknm has a very cramped king. Coach can keep coming in with diagonals. Okay, coach grabs a queen. Queen takes knight as a possibility, by the way, to remove the defender from g7, and he does that. And very hard to defend h8. You have to put something on h8, and then bishop takes it for free. So this is incredibly hard to defend. And that's a mate for coach. We are all tied up again, 4-4. Just check the Discord. Okay, nothing going on right now. This central control for Midnight Fox might come back to bite Jackie Sparrow. Pawn at e2 is good, or sticking a knight there. But instead, Midnight Fox is just attacking. I assume we're going to sack this bishop if we've already sacked this much. Now a knight is good. Oh, he's just going to draw him out. And is he hoping to get a queen? Maybe he thinks because his opponent got a queen, he gets a queen. But that's not necessarily the case. This queen has not been taken yet, and it could save itself. I think bishop in the back is kind of spicy. Bishop at h3. Just keep this king in its net. But bishop takes pawn is pretty scary. So it might make sense. Okay, he's allowing this. I thought these dark squares are a little bit weak, but maybe he can stand this. Are we gonna throw like a queen in here? Or a rook? So he wants a rook to defend. Now queen takes pawn is a real possibility, especially if he got like a bishop. Queen takes pawn, bishop in, could be scary. In the chat, Spurs and Marvel are both calling for a queen takes g6. Oppa da Choppa style. It's an Opera Weason reference. pknm is up a substantial amount of time. This is about 7 seconds. Jackie Sparrow does not sack his queen. Can this king really survive? It seems like a few pawns are going to mate. I mean, he could even push this pawn. I think the queen would sack for it. But, okay, actually maybe the king can come back and eat this. Knight can come in at that point. Oh, he's got the bishop. Yeah, that's just mate. Yeah, the bishop was key to prevent king takes the other bishop. And our score right now is 5-4, favor Midnight Fox and pknm. I'm fairly certain that Jackie Sparrow regrets not sacking the queen at this point. He had a pretty massive attack. Midnight Fox gonna chase this queen around. Jackie Sparrow relentlessly attacking, but losing some stuff along the way. Maybe we take this pawn, but I doubt he's going to do that. I think he's just going to keep attacking. I would have taken the pawn. pknm Midnight Fox up 15 seconds. That is an eternity. So Midnight Fox is going to be able to clean up this mess if his partner just stalls. But I guess they've communicated and decided they're totally fine, and they want to get up even more time. Midnight Fox snags a queen. Snags a knight. And probably pawn check here. Looks pretty reasonable. Queen sack could come over here. Queen sack followed by knight check. And there's the queen sack. Knight check coming. Queen check, rook check. That's mate. Our score right now is 6-4, favor Midnight Fox, pknm. Queen trade has happened. Not even sure if he'll take that queen. He might go for mate. Like our rook check would be good if he could get a rook. I don't think the knight check does much without some extra stuff. Okay, now he's going for knight. That doesn't work either because the bishop covers. So he's just sacking pieces at this point. I mean, after knight check, he could sack on f6, bring this knight in, but it's just a lot of material to have given up. Look at what pknm has in hand. Although a queen does mate him. And now like a few bishops mate. Like bishop check, bishop check, bishop check. Whoa, that's mate. Jackie Sparrow just walked into that one. Yeah, Jackie Sparrow just sacked too much material and was down time, I believe, so his partner could not feed him what was needed to get the job done. Midnight Fox grabs a free pawn. In the chat, the duck says, Fox is taking over now. And they're speculating whether Midnight Fox is 2700 level. Okay, this is a free pawn for Midnight Fox with a massive attack. New knight at b5 would attack the queen. Instead, yeah, I don't like that choice. Oh, I like this choice. That'd be a promotion if he takes. pknm seems safe enough. So a rook could be... Oh, I like this knight move. We're tempoing the queen. And the queen has moved away from the scary file. I like this choice. I'm going to get rid of the queen or the rook. And... Oh, pawn check. I guess you figure a new knight in could be a thing. I still think we can tempo this rook with some pawn shenanigans. Okay, he wants to cut off the rook so that a rook would mate. We can take this knight check. Knight check. Oh, okay. This probably leads to mate. New knight in, yeah. Alright, so pawns mate. Well, not, I'm sorry. Pawns don't mate, but pawn in could be interesting. Pawn in, threaten promotion. Can we just, I guess if we take this, the bishop falls. So you could retreat the bishop to threaten knight takes. You could just play knight takes bishop. Okay, he's got a knight though. Yeah, he was up time, so he could wait for more material. My instinct is just to always look for moves with the pieces you have, though. Oh, we take this knight for sure, right? Undermine the structure? Or maybe we don't want to give him the rook file. I guess he's worried about giving him the rook file. Knight is coming in, threatening this pawn. Yeah, this knight is probably worth taking. You want to keep your king safe. This is a nice move. What's happening on the other board? Oh, wow, queen trade. MidnightFox picks up extra rook in the process. But now his king is in trouble. Rook mates. Jackie Sparrow down 10 seconds though. That rook is never going to come. 10 seconds probably going to be outcome determinative. I don't think pknm has to ever move in his life. So this was a terrible move. Okay, pknm just finds mate. I guess if you're going to move, mate is a valid move. Real Spurs promoted my stream in the chat here. Alright, coach is attacking pknm. pknm has picked up a little bit of material. And they've just got to keep moving fast. As MidnightFox and pknm have benefited from being up a substantial amount of time, many of these games. So they want to cement that lead this particular game. Now another knight could be good. You could just throw a bishop in and wait for a rook or knight, I guess. I think bishop at g7 seems reasonable. Bishop at e5, another possibility. I think partner can try to grab this knight. MidnightFox is up about 3 seconds. And going for the knight, even at the expense of the queen. I think that's a good decision. So, given that he's going for the knight, he's... Oh, okay, I was going to say he would probably do it with initiative. Knight here just wins. Knight takes queen, it's mate. So our score right now is 10-4, favoring Midnight Fox and pknm. Real Spurs is calling it in the chat. He says this match seems over. But remember, it's first to 15, not first to 11. This is not match point. I still have 5 games to go. So, okay. I might want to get some safety here. Okay, Jackie Sparrow just thinking of attacking, not thinking of defending. He's going to have to defend eventually. This is an interesting move. If pawn takes, there would have been some double check shenanigans. This one probably would have been better. But Midnight Fox able to just take with knight. This knight can move, and now it's going to start to get scary. Whoa, what? I would... He keeps defending when I would attack and attacking when I would defend. Okay. Are we taking this pawn? Okay, so now knight check is a possibility. They could trade the queens. Maybe just throw a bishop in from far away. There's that queen trade. Now a knight mates, but all 4 knights are on the board. So he's hoping this knight trades just so it can come back. The knight does trade. Oh, is this is mate. pknm has found mate on the other board while I was focused on the Midnight Fox board. Our score right now is 11-4, favoring Midnight Fox and pknm. First to 15 will determine the match. Oh, pknm has shed a queen. Midnight Fox tempos the queen over here. And it trades. Midnight Fox gets more material on the board. Right now there's a lot in hand for Jackie Sparrow, but that material in hand isn't going to benefit him. It's got to come on the board. Midnight Fox would like to get another knight to come in here probably. He can't afford to give up this queen right now because it's an immediate mate threat with queen in. So, and his partner is in some trouble as well. Oh, that's mate. So another one on the board for Coach and Jackie Sparrow. Score's now 11-5. Favored Midnight Fox pknm. He keeps allowing this sack. Okay, he's finally defended it. Oh, that's a queen. Interesting. Trying to go for this pawn. But the knight, in addition to attacking, also defended that pawn. A well-placed knight. Knight here is a possibility. I like to knight at d4. But I guess this works as well. Midnight Fox getting a little bit safer. pknm controls this important diagonal. The king can't castle immediately. Maybe Midnight Fox wants like a knight for a4 or e3. A lot of good places. This knight is his best friend. leave that there. Rook is good for Midnight Fox. Midnight Fox is down time, about 2 seconds. Okay, so he's going after the queen. Some diagonals would be good. Now he's defending. This knight could move somewhere useful at some point. Could come here to guard some squares. I don't like this move because after trading the bishop, we'd be going after the knight. So I'm not sure this knight might find better squares. What else could happen? What if we just took a cheeky pawn? That could be fun. Okay, he's gonna bring this knight in. I don't like that. After the bishop trade, we're going after this knight. Whoa, he just gives up the queen. Okay, now a bishop would be quite good. I'm gonna use the queen to pin, threatening rook in. Whoa, I wouldn't take that queen immediately. Rook check was just so overpowering. I guess it made it for his partner, so it was fine. And they were up about 8 seconds. Midnight Fox snags a free pawn, at least temporarily. This pawn will probably come back at some point. Trying to keep his light squares strong. And there's the sack. If king takes, knight would come in. And you could, at the very least, get a piece from here, but yeah. If you take back, though, knight can come in. Some compensation. Now the rook falls. I'm sure Midnight Fox... Well, I guess a knight is pretty overpowering for Midnight Fox. So he wants a knight. His partner's forcing a knight. Are they up time? They are up time. Midnight Fox can wait for knight. And there's 2 beneficial reasons for the knight. One, you could just win a queen. But I think he's going to go for attack. So knight check, queen takes pawn. King takes... Or, I'm sorry. Knight check, king takes pawn. Queen takes... King one of these places, and I think you probably go up. If you go back, a pawn can just land there immediately. So a bishop would be good for Midnight Fox following the knight. And his partner get a bishop. Maybe he'll target this bishop here. He could also throw in like another check while he's thinking. I guess you could wait for a knight. Like another knight looks maiden. Okay, he's not going to wait for it. Now he needs material. Bishop's good. Coach finds some other mate. pknm maybe a little too focused on feeding his partner. The sacrifice of his king safety. Our score right now is 12-6, favoring Midnight Fox and pknm. It is first to 15. Piling up on the weak b7 square. This bishop battery. Oh, Coach grabs a free piece. Coach is the one attacking. Queen trade has occurred. Jackie Sparrow has a nice attack as well. This looks real close to mate. Even diagonals are good, but we could just take this rook. Oh, nice mate. I didn't see that at all. Good find. So our score right now is 12-7. Jackie Sparrow and Coach coming back. Reminds me of the name Coach. Reminds me of on being a chess server. There's a player called Interest None, who was GM Jeffrey Zhang, and I think he was the one who had the finger notes that said, was basically like a profile that said, "Call me Coach. Always listen to what Coach says. If it looks like Coach made a mistake, Coach was just testing you." Pretty funny profile. pknm on the attack. pknm needs a little more material. I would have tried pawn at h3 instead, but this is interesting. Threatens a queen trade. pknm is down some time. Wait, did he have... Oh, I guess he just placed that there. Okay. He's traded everything off, and now he's attacking. I assume we're seeing knight check. I don't like this bishop move. I think knight check was far superior. Okay, well now he's going to trade some more stuff off. Bishop check, one of these places. But pknm down a substantial amount of time. Okay, now he's going for defense. Going to be somewhat hard to defend. Knight check. And yeah, pawn check. Maybe knight takes pawn. Okay. Can we throw in like a rook? Rook check looks pretty good. Maybe we even sack the rook. Oh, okay. Two rooks mate. So rook at f8 followed by rook at e7 is checkmate. So MidnightFox wisely sit in up 1 second, not to give the second rook. Whoa, that is the wrong order. Rook at f8 was much clearer, mate. So that was a huge blunder from Coach. He probably still has mate. Yeah, I guess this mates too. Bishop at f7. And instead of mate in 2, it became like mate in 5. Our score is now 12-8, favoring MidnightFox and pknm. Big comeback from Jackie Sparrow and Coach. And by the way, we're currently missing a match in the Challenger section. Ibrat and Lesnerd versus Arm Levon and Ladybug. But I think we're going to stay with this match. Coach shed in some pieces here. Doesn't seem like a good idea. If this queen were to move away... Oh, not the way to move away. I was going to say if he moved back somewhere, then he could threaten like knight in. But now the bishop guards this weak g2 square. So pknm just up a massive amount of pieces. Jackie Sparrow trying to keep his king snug. Queen lands on the back. Bishop is good for pknm. He just throws a pawn in there. MidnightFox up about 10 seconds. So he's probably going to wait for a blocker. I guess a bishop would be the best, just to not give up any material. His partner could go for this dark squared bishop maybe. Just stick some pawns in. So well attacking, could try to trade off a bishop. This needs to be dealt with though. MidnightFox wants to keep his material, his time advantage. Rook could slide over here. Yeah, I'd like to see this rook get involved. Oh, that just hangs a knight, but I guess it deflects the queen. Bishop takes pawn, I assume is coming. Time advantage much less than it was before. Now MidnightFox only up about 1 second. This is a flag battle. MidnightFox rattling off some fast moves, but has shed material in the process. Look how much... Okay, look how much material Jackie Sparrow is up. Now, pknm was on the ropes there, but they still pulled out. I think that was a win by flag. So, MidnightFox and pknm up 13-6 against Jackie Sparrow and Coach. First to 15. So, this could potentially be over in 2 games. We'll see. I don't like taking the rook. I think taking this pawn is probably better. The pawn in the center was the real threat. I assume we're taking that, yeah. So knight would be good for Jackie Sparrow. Okay, not so good anymore. I guess pawns are good for Jackie Sparrow. Pawn at h2, then pawn at g2 could be an idea. pknm on the attack. Oh, that's a queen. pknm can snag a free queen. So we do see the pawn at h2 threat, but probably not fast enough. Knight takes bishop followed by queen trade is a threat. And there it is. Queen could land on c8 if something comes in here. Queen at c8. I don't like taking that immediately. Queen at c8, substantially better. Knight takes pawn. This move might defend some squares. This is somewhat defended, although a new knight can come in. MidnightFox down about 2 seconds. He could repeat. Maybe rook up is an option. Rook could guard this more, but this promotion is a threat. So if rook up, there's knight check. Rook takes, promote. Okay, now a pawn. Very good for MidnightFox. I think it just mates. and he's up 1 second. His partner can take a pawn, which I believe he can. So there's a knight mate, as we might see a knight check come in here. I'm very surprised that MidnightFox made that move. I guess it's going to work out for him. Now he has mate with the rook. Our score right now is 14-8, favoring MidnightFox and pknm. Yeah, Bookhouse player. I saw that match started. I'm sorry that not covering that right now. I'm going to cover the end of the MidnightFox match. Knight plus rook would mate for Jackie Sparrow with a smothered mate. There's the knight. Is the rook gonna come? Just take the queen. Take the queen, that's mate. Oh, well, it's not his move. I'm sorry. So no, MidnightFox will have the ability to defend. So what is MidnightFox hoping for here? Maybe he's hoping for a knight. Knight check. Okay, it turns out he was hoping for a knight. Bishop in. Now a queen mates for MidnightFox. A rook mates for MidnightFox. And he's threatening this fork. And this bishop move was important for guarding the mate. pknm has traded a lot, and now he's in charge. Checks happening. Oh, whoa. Looks scary. King takes? I don't think you can do that. Knight can just come in. Very nice sequence from MidnightFox. That's mate, and that is GG's. So, final score is 15 to, what did they have? 8? 8 favoring MidnightFox and pknm. All right. So there is a match currently in progress. So I am going to end stream and come back immediately. We might be only covering this match for like 8 minutes though. But after that, there's another match 8 minutes from now. So I'm going to end stream and restart again very quickly.